I rated the builds. Now it's time to give my prediction, starting with the 6-man tag. I do think it's going to be a very entertaining match. It's not going to be a 5-star classic, 5-star banger or anything, but I do think it's going to be a match we all go, that was fun, and we move on. I think babyfaces get the win. I do think Speed is getting hit with all types of things. This man's finna get jumped. It's finna look like Jiraiya versus a 6-pack of pain out there. It's not gonna look good for my boy, but it will be funny because he's gonna get super kicked, BFT'd, 1D'd, Uso splash, he can hit everything. I don't think he takes the pin though. I do think he's gonna be awesome in theory. And then at Backlash, they set up the tag match rematch, but we'll get to that when we get to that. But babyfaces get the win. Simple, easy. Jacob versus Drew. Once again, fairly simple. Drew has been pretty aggressive. Pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? Insane. This entire feud. Full of both of them. But this past SmackDown, I said, yeah. After seeing this, Jacob getting packed up like this, yeah, I think Jacob gets the win. And besides, Drew has to go off and film something. I'm pretty sure something like Zoolander or something like that. He has to go film, so it doesn't make sense for him to win and then disappear off TV. Just give it to Jacob. Jacob doesn't lose his singles matches. I don't think he's lost a single one, so I don't see him losing it now. Next up, 4-way women's tag. I would not be mad if the Irresistible Forces retained. I would not be mad. I do think Alexa and Charlotte will be breaking up soon. They've been doing this for almost a year now, and it's a lot longer than I thought. So, hey, it's only a matter of time. It's probably the SummerSlam match right there. So it's really between these three. They kind of repeated the Bayley and Lyra thing from last year, but Bayley got took out by Becky last year, and I do think they'll just right their wrongs, give it to Bayley and Lyra, give it to them. They were doing great work. They got no direction otherwise. If they were to lose, where do you go? Do they feud again? Maybe. I don't really want to see that. I do want to see them go a different direction if they lose, but I don't really see them doing that right now. So give it to Bayley and Lyra. Keep it simple. AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch. I said this during my ranking feuds, ranking builds video, but I didn't remember anything. I don't know if AJ Lee has showed up a single time post Chamber. Well, she did once, the IC title match against Bayley, but after that I don't know if she showed up again. I don't know. So with that being said, give it to Becky. She's full time. Blow off whatever is going on with the whole Maxine Natty thing and move on. Yeah, simple. Seth versus Gunther. This is going to be the best in-ring match of WrestleMania. Is it going to be the most storytelling cinema thing? No, I don't think. But in terms of pure in-ring competition, I do think this will be the best. And honestly, since this is Seth's return match since October, around, I think it's like September, October, whenever Crown Jewel was, this is a return match. So yeah, I do think they'll just give it to Seth. I don't think it's going to be a clean, definitive victory. I do think there's going to be some underhanded shenanigans involved, but this match is going to be so good. I cannot wait to see this one. Shout out to Seth. Shout out to Gunther. Great work. This one is also pretty simple. I got Liv. Stephanie's had this title for a little minute, and the reign has been okay at best. She fought Raquel like 30 times, had a feud with Nikki Bella. You know, it's like, it's no fault to Stephanie at all. It's just, she ain't got nobody, right? Everybody was in the tag division at that time. Rhea, so many, Bayley, Lyra, they're all in the mid-card tag division. So Becky was the IC title holder. So it's like, they didn't really have much for her to feud with, so they didn't really live up to expectations. So give it to Liv. Got a new theme apparently for some reason. I don't know why. That song stinks, but just give it to Liv. Move on. In the main event, man, so disappointing. Talked about it a million times. We're gonna give our predictions, but whenever someone says, yeah, if I lose I'm never appearing again, and it's not a retirement match, yeah, it's 8 times out of 10 they're winning. I remember Roman versus Cena during the whole head of the table reign thing. He was like, yeah, if John Cena beats me, I retire. I'm like, no one thinks you're retiring, Roman. No one thinks that. And I don't think they're going to just get rid of Pat this soon, considering he's pretty much the center point of this feud for some reason. So I don't think this is going to be the end of Pat. So Randy wins. I think he was going to win with or without Pat, but considering he said that, he's like, yeah, I'm never appearing again if I lose. If Randy loses, yeah, they kind of just spelt the obvious. Randy wins. Cheating. Next up, IC title ladder match. Banger alert. Banger alert. I do think they're going to give each of the NXT big three of their big WrestleMania moments in some way, shape, or form. At least I hope they do. And step one, we'll just be giving it to Javon. I do think this is a perfect place for him. Ladder match, super exciting, high flyers. I think he's the front runner. The only one other person I can think of winning this match is like Penta retaining, but you know, that's kind of boring. You know, I mean, give it to Javon, let him cook for like into SummerSlam, and then drop it to somebody, or do the open challenges over here, make this the open challenge belt, and then give the US title some storylines. I wouldn't be mad at that either. So, winner, Javon. Next up, big mini men slapping meets. I am a little concerned. Brock has been the loser so far. Every single interaction these two have had, Oba has came out on top, as he should. But that kind of leads me to believe Brock is going to win. Brock, especially considering he just squashed John Cena, like, in his last match. So, I don't think it's going to be something as simple as that. I do not think it's going to be just Oba dominates, Brock loses. No. That's not going to happen. Hopefully, I'm wrong with this, but I do think Brock wins, unfortunately. I do think the match is going to be very hard-hitting. It's going to be like a 5-minute match. It's not going to be long. Like, finisher, pin. That's it. Like, it's not going to be a 25-minute match. It's not going to happen. So, super quick. Give it to Brock. I hope I'm wrong, but it is what it is. Next up, Sammy versus Trick. Pretty obvious. Give it to Trick. The whole purpose of Sammy getting the US title was to give it to Trick. I disagree, but that's it. I aired out my qualms in my rating video, so give it to Trick. Keep it simple. Don't do nothing crazy. Sammy doesn't need to hold this for very long at all. Give it to Trick. Move on. Next up, Demon Finn versus Dom. Demon Finn has to win. If the Demon loses again, I think it's time to retire the gimmick. He cannot lose against Edge, Roman, and then Dom 3 straight matches. You can't do that and expect people to care. You just can't. So give it to Finn. Let him win. If he doesn't, it's over. Because, oof. Co-main event, we have Rhea versus Jade. I kind of don't care. Like, not even to be like rude or disrespectful. I just do not care. There needs to be a draft, especially in SmackDown, because if Jade wins, it's going to be a repeat of the same thing we've been seeing for the last year. Tiffany versus Jade, Nia versus Jade. He ain't got no other main eventer on SmackDown besides Tiffany that's not in the tag division. Charlotte is in the tag division. Alexa's in the tag division. Nia's in the tag division. She's a tag champ. So even if either of them were to win, who are they fighting? They clearly don't view Chelsea or Julia not upper tier, so it's literally just Tiffany over there. And Bianca's nowhere near healthy, presumably. Who knows what's going on with her? I wish her a speedy recovery, but like, no matter who wins, who are they fighting? Who? I don't know, but I do think they'll just give it to Rhea. I kind of don't care, but the match I do care about, main event night 2, OTC versus the best in the world. This is probably the most unpredictable one. I can see arguments for both. I can see a world where CM Punk retains, because he's full-time. He has been having a pretty good reign with it so far, and there's no real reason to give it to Roman. These two have stories he can tell over there. There's a lot of untapped potential over there. You know, he's doing great work. And with Roman, you know, he doesn't lose very often, especially in singles matches. And I don't foresee any outside anything interfering with this match at all. So it's going to be a clean win for either side. For my prediction, I think they go Roman, simply because he won the Royal Rumble, and I don't see him losing in Mania. I don't see that happening. I do think they run it back at SummerSlam in some form or fashion. I don't think it's going to be the end of their feud, put it that way. Is it going to be resumed at Backlash? Maybe not, but I do think they will give it to Roman, simply because that's their golden boy. They're struggling. They're trying to rebuild the bloodline. They're teasing it. They're giving some hints, little teases. I do think they reform the bloodline. Maybe not in the main event here, but through the course of the next couple weeks to months, they definitely will reform it. And step one, is to give Roman the title. So those are my predictions. Let me know yours in the comments while you're down there. Like and subscribe, hit that notification bell for more wrestling videos. This is Eli signing out. Goodbye.